Marandi, a political analyst. He's in Tehran for us. Always good to speak to you. Thanks for joining us. Is it fair to say that these elections could be seen as a popularity test for HassanRouhani?
Would qualify what was said earlier, and that most of the disqualified candidates had nothing to do with politics. In Iran, the law requires the candidates to have an MA degree and not to have a court conviction, and other such technicalities were the reason for the disqualification by most of those who were disqualified. But there were numbers of reformist candidates who were disqualified, and that is a point of contention. However, the reformists are fielding candidates across the country, and in Tehran, they have candidates for every single seat. But I don't think that the reformists or the president's so-called moderate faction will do particularly well because of the economy, and also because the Iranian initiatives that were led by him, meaning the Iranian nuclear program, did not fare well with the test of time. So I think probably they will not do well, although I think in Tehran they will do better than what some people expect.
Now, Iran is facing several internal divisions, US sanctions, as well as economic difficulties that you've mentioned. So when we turn to the voters, what are the main issues that they will be taking into account when they head to the polls?
By far, it's, according to polls, it's the economy. That's the number one, number two, number three issue. It's either jobs, inflation, and other such issues linked to the economy. And after that, issues with regard that are linked to still linked to the economy, such as social justice and corruption. So by far, the economy is the number one issue that the candidates have been talking about, and that is probably the weakest point in the government strategy to win the election, because the government, after all, has had not many successes when it comes to the economy. Although it's been a very tough time because of the American sanctions, but I think still people will not be voting for reformist candidates or government candidates to a large extent across the country.
Okay, and Prof, just very quickly, how did these parliamentary elections now play into next year's presidential elections?
They will have an impact, but I don't think that they will be definitive by any means. The presidential elections will have debates on television. That makes the turnout very high. Parliamentary elections, because it's a presidential system in Iran, and because there are it's a national debate over individuals. I think those debates will determine more than anything else who will become president. Although the new parliamentarians will have, because they will be new, they will have local influence, and if they support a candidate, that will carry weight. But at the end of the day, I think it will be the presidential elections that we will have before the presidential elections.
Yeah.
The debates over the presidential elections will be definitive.
Yeah, certainly something we'll be keeping an eye on. Mohammed Marandi, live to us there from Tehran.